Margaret Fabrizio, the lady harpsichordist, is in deep trouble. Her hearse died. Which means, of course, that now she can't give concerts because she has no hearse to carry her $4,000 harpsichord to the concert halls. Her friends are sad too. Some, even, are in mourning. For now they can't ride to the opera in style, delighting the hippies and bugging the squares. I was on my way to Los Angeles to give a concert at the LA Museum, she said yesterday. Domenico died in King City, in the middle of a garlic field. He blew a rod, and the mechanic told me that I had to have the whole engine replaced. Why did she call her hearse Domenico? Well, it was Scarlatti's first name, and of course he was a harpsichord player. But I also like Domenico because it sounds like a Chicago hood's name. There's something Black Mariah-ish about it. Why a hearse? I was tired of rattling around in a panel truck or a VW bus on long trips, Miss Fabrizio said. A station wagon is too short. Then I heard about this rock and roll band that used a hearse. Hey, I could be driving a Cadillac. The experiences I've had as a private hearse owner. Whew. I thought for a while that I'd paint it in psychedelic colors or put up paisley curtains. But then I thought it would be much campier if I kept it just as it was. Little old ladies used to get very upset, especially when I had the children in the car. Can you imagine a small child's head peering out through those curtains? Ms. Fabrizio believes the frightened stares or nervous laughter which her hearse produced, particularly out of San Francisco, reflect a neurotic attitude most people have about death. People have built up this false reverence thing, she said. They can't think about death, and they get very upset when you poke fun at it because you've taken their symbol out from where they want it and put it somewhere else. Because the harpsichord is so heavy, 300 pounds, and because she can't afford professional help, she has organized a group of strong men friends she calls My Movers. These include a lawyer, a couple of architects, a photographer, and others who tote the instrument up and down stairs. She doesn't pay them in money. She pays them by giving a party every few months, feeding the men and their womenfolk, and then treating everyone to some Bach and Scarlatti. Miss Fabrizio, who is a friend of people like Henry Miller and Ken Kesey, once staged a champagne party in the back of the hearse at midnight on Twin Peaks. While her children don't like riding to school in a hearse, they tell me, "Why aren't you like other mothers?" And while the joke sometimes seems to be wearing a bit thin, Fabrizio wants to go on driving a hearse. If she can find one cheap enough, or if some kindly undertaker would give her his, couldn't he call it a tax write-off as a charitable contribution?